This mod has one final BFN addition that actually didn't make it into BFN, something that was data mined after the game was canned, that being... Alright, now we're getting odd. The documentation of this could not be a simple section of a larger review. This needs the attention it deserves. Something so out there, something so odd. Let's just get into it. Before we head into Garden Warfare 2, let's talk about the context surrounding this quite odd addition. This isn't something that was born purely out of the minds of modders. This exact gnome was data mined from BFN, not just as the model used for the enemy gnomes, but was speculated to be for a different purpose. It's referred to as Gnome Tag, and is a fully modelled, fully animated, playable gnome that data miners were able to piece together. The Garden Warfare 2 adaptation is in essence what was pieced together, only using Garden Warfare 2 gnome shooty animations and sound effects. The original BFN one moved and sounded a little different, even complete with a sprinting animation. Here it's been translated. The gnome is complete with a warp, bomb, and slam abilities, each representing what was discovered on the BFN Gnome Tag character. This BFN gnome's abilities are quite polished and final, with seemingly fully completed animations. This guy could not have been far from completion, though like mentioned earlier, the ones found in Garden Warfare 2 are slightly different. The bomb is thrown on the BFN character, for example, and isn't just used as an alternative ammunition. The run animation sees the gnome running on its stand, which has to be one of my favourite running animations. And the inclusion of a running animation definitely leaves the door open to the possibility of this guy being playable. Though it leaves me confused at the level of polish this gnome has, and the name Gnome Tag is, well, odd as well. This perhaps indicates that this guy did have its own game mode, instead of just being a playable character. Or perhaps tag is more literal and was added to simply identify the gnome in the game's code, and this guy was just to join the roster in regular multiplayer. However, watching leakers go from calling this guy leaked upcoming content to unused content is not only disheartening, but also snuffs out any closure we might have gotten on this guy's implementation. Right, now let's focus on that mod, shall we? The gun's jammed. This game mode honestly felt like a fever dream. First of all, calling it a game mode is technically incorrect. It's a crazy setting that turns all characters into gnomes, so this works across anything that can be accessed with private and solo play. So turf with gnomes is a thing now. The gnomes themselves have multiple looks, the standard gnome, Rux, and a fancy looking gnome. I just love how Rux is one of the models. They're like, mate, he's just had enough. He's like, screw scamming people, he says. All play the same, and it's completely random which one you get. So it's a cool variety thing, making sure entire matches don't look the same. Just goodbye. They are also complete with 3 unique abilities, which, as mentioned, mimic the ones found on the BFN gnome. A warp, a slam, and that bomb. So there's that, so there's a bomb. Oh my Jesus. The gnome is also equipped with a gnome shooty gun, which fires blue energy in an arc. Oh yeah, let's go. And we're the BFN gnomes, so I can include this in my video. Look, is that Rux? Whatever PopCap planned to do with that original Gnome Tag character probably wasn't going to look exactly like this, on account of it being in Garden Warfare 2 and all, though the spirit is still here, and it's cool that we have a piece of content that would have otherwise been fantasy be something playable.